Howdy, suckers. Welcome back to more Enter the Gungeon Lich Streaks. We're on a streak of 283. Let's roll our die to see who we're gonna be today. To sue who we're gonna sue today. Let's, we're suing number 2. Let's suit... Oh, I don't know, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. We'll pay homage with the carrot, but we can't do it. Not the full deal. Not the full ordeal. Happy to be playing the character, though. Always happy. Always happy. Is he, you know, he kind of... He used to have, like, a really bad rep, being a crutch character, but guess what? The Gungeon went ahead and added a couple characters that are even more of a crutch in a way. I bet you some people probably think that Paradox is not as much of a crutch as far as easiness, but, you know, like most runs with Paradox, I'd say, well... Okay, Gunslinger definitely easier, like no questions asked. Paradox, I'd say a lot of the times is easier. A lot of the times. It is also probably my favorite character to play as now, I would say though. You know, I mean, there's a reason that the Twitch streak is entirely... Oh, let's just open it up straight away, huh? Okay, that could be good, could be nothing, we'll see. But yeah, there's a reason that the Twitch streak is entirely... Paradox. It's just so I can get more of that boy in my life. It makes for fun. Okay, we'll probably do that. Makes for a fun little character. Just seeing a run that you probably, or you're definitely starting with a run that you probably are never gonna start with again. Statistically, I mean, you definitely could. Oh my goodness. Oh my golly. Had to get a little bit of coughing done, and I got bopped instead. It's okay. We can come back from this. Okay, we can definitely come back from this. But yeah, Blank Companion Ring is... It's a weird item. It's a weird red chest item. It's strange to have an item in there that is so situational, or at least relatively situational. We don't have any active items, so we could go the entire run, and it could just literally be just a cute thing, you know? It could be literally all it does for us. Or... we could get a couple combos and we could make it pretty darn ridiculous. If we get, you know, melted rock, we can make it work. Sense of direction, we can make it work. I mean, I feel like the bullet, as the bullet, we have to pick up the bullet. The bullet with the bullet, shooting bullets out of bullets. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Blow it up in his face. Good deal, you big disgrace. Gun Knight action all over the place. I guarantee we guard flash the water barrel there, which is fine. Oh, no! I guard flashed both of the water barrels. Now, yesterday was my biggest mistake. Yes, I do know that that there was a fuse on the chest. I knew that when I was uploading it. I did not know it in the video, but I did know it after I uploaded. I went back to look. Oh, what a pain. What a pain. So it's 25, right? So we could get... where the hell? Is it? It's 25, yeah? Or is it 28? 25? This may be dumb. Okay. Oh, love that. Love that shot right there. This is probably one of the... easiest of all of these to get 3 on. And I'd say maybe the easiest to get 4 on too, to be quite honest. Raiden Coil, you know, I want to have a good run with it. What can I say? I desperately want to have a good run with it. I think they buffed it though, so maybe we can. Maybe we can. That's what they do in all shows and movies. Maybe we can, and then they say it again. Whoop. I don't know, like that's a very movie thing, like repeating things for emphasis. Repeating things for emphasis, you know? Who does that? Who does that? Yeah, I don't. It definitely happens a lot more. Definitely happens a lot more in media. But I guess, you know, I guess I probably do that sometimes too. I know I repeat things. Don't get me wrong there. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know that for sure. However, repeating things for emphasis, I don't know. It's a very cinematography focused thing, or not cinematography. That'd only be the shots, huh? Acting. I guess it'd just be the acting then, huh? Because it's like, did you believe this? Do you believe what I just said? You gotta say it again to keep everybody on the same page. Can you believe how crazy this is? I'm saying it again because I'm trying to draw attention to the fact that this is a crazy thing. Isn't it? Isn't it? You know? It's also done a lot in comedy, I guess, too. Just to... I feel like... I don't know. What show does that a lot? I feel like... obviously, the big one that I remember is Drake and Josh, where they, like, poke fun at it. Because Josh would always say things twice for emphasis. Whoop. And then they went as far as to poke fun at the fact that they were doing that by going to... I repeat things for emphasis, and then full, like... just shout an emphasis, which is basically, I guess, what I'm doing right now. So what I'm trying to say is I'm stealing from Drake and Josh, which is, quite frankly, okay with me. You know what? We're gonna get the bomb. We're gonna get the bomb just so we can get some value out of our little friend here. I actually really do quite like the Void Marshal. It is pretty darn strong for a gun that does not stand out much to me. Like, it's just, you wouldn't think it'd be that good just because it's not that, you know, interesting to look at. It seems like for all of the futuristic weapons, it's like the standard, you know? But it's punchy. I like red lasers too, and I cannot lie. Huh. Other Gungeoneers can't deny. Don't even have to go over there. Alright, well... you're out of here. What can I say? Okay. Okay. That might actually be better than the bomb. Because do we get 2 effects? We have to wait a little bit. Oh, shoot. I guess it doesn't count as activating an item. Or maybe there was just too big of a delay. I'll wait here. I'll just wait a smidgen. See if we can get better info on the subject, because I guess it's not technically activating. I wouldn't be shocked if it's not technically activating an item to just blow it up again, you know? Wouldn't surprise me at all. Thank you. It's not, you know, I should probably use the trade-in more. The Gun Muncher Supreme probably should. Oh, come on. No, I wanted to get just a test. I guess we'll test it on the boss, huh? Oh, no. Alright. It's worth it. Oh, it's really worth it. That's pretty darn exciting right there. We can't obviously use our blasphemy banger on the boss, but that's fine. Come on, I want to get up in there and... Alright, fine. We'll have to wait, like... Let's wait a long time. Just to really get some info on this here. To the point where we would definitely have waited long enough for the PAL to reset. Okay. He definitely would have reset by then. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the bomb is still worth getting. Maybe. I don't know. Which one takes less time to charge up? I feel like I would feel like it'd be the bomb. I seem to remember it being like one of the quicker ones, you know? Sure. I don't think it's like it's not a great idea what I just did. And neither was that, but at the same time it could have been the finished gun. You never know anymore with the chests, the brown chests. You just never know anymore. All right. Raiden versus Ryu. Why's there never been a Mortal Kombat crossover with Capcom? I guess probably because they're direct competitors, huh? That was a very quick question answered there. At the same time, it's like, oh man, it'd be cool. Like I love Marvel vs. Capcom, except for Infinite, But I would like to see, despite not really being a DC guy very much, it'd be fun to see like Injustice cross with Marvel, like Marvel cross DC fighting game. Or was there? Maybe there even was one, and it just was really bad. I don't know, man. Because at the same time, Tekken and Street Fighter are competitors. They made Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which I think it's an unpopular opinion. I actually liked that one quite a bit. I think I really liked it. Whoop. But they were gonna do Tekken Cross Street Fighter. They were gonna do two of them. One where it's like Tekken characters in the Street Fighter world, and Street Fighter kind of gameplay, and that's what Street Fighter Cross Tekken is. But then they were gonna do Tekken Cross Street Fighter, which was Tekken with Street Fighter characters in it. And that one, I was really intrigued. I don't know. I've always been more of a 2D fighter than I guess what would you call Tekken's like an arena fighter, I suppose, right? I've always been more interested in 2D fighting, but I definitely grew up more with Tekken, actually. Tekken 2? Shoot. It's on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. I feel like it was either Tekken 2 or Tekken 3 that I grew up with. I don't know if Tekken 3 was on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Did they really have 3 Tekkens? They also had like Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, didn't they? You know what? Fortune's Favor is garbage. Ring of Masterly Protection. Why on earth would anybody want to buy it unless it's like on the Forge? But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I want to get back into fighting games, but there's definitely no genre that makes me more upset. Like, I never get more... Like, I don't... It probably comes as a surprise, like, because I don't seem like somebody probably who would really get upset very much. And it's because it's true. I don't really get upset very much, but when I'm playing a fighting game, ooh, I can get livid. Even, like, Super Smash Brothers to a lesser extent, but still, it's just, like... Because I love challenge in games. Like, it's a big reason I like roguelikes. I like roguelites. Because a lot of the times they have challenge baked in, and like a lot of the value you get comes from really just throwing yourself at it until you learn what everything is, everything does, how they interact. And that's a fighting game too. However, I also like knowing that I will eventually get the hang of it and be able to beat the game. So, having that situation in fighting games where, because like, if I'm playing a fighting game, I'm going to play it online. Of course I am. However, I'm creating an objective for myself that I may never, ever beat. So I'm like, I love the difficulty of it, and that hooks me. That gets me in there. However, I'm never going to be like a pro player fighting game person unless I really, devoted a lot of time to it. Like, a lot of time to it. It would have to be the thing that I do, to really be up there. If we could get one extra key, that'd be cool, but I'm not expecting it, to be honest. So, like, you go online, I get frustrated because I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying real hard, and I'm getting, like, close. But I'm not guaranteed, you're not ever guaranteed to win. And, like, that's good and exciting, but it's, I like the difficulty of the mechanics, the complexity of everything like that. And if it was just, like, I don't know. I would almost like to see, and maybe it exists, Comment down below if this does exist. Well, I'm sure something close does, but like a roguelike, and don't say Dead Cells, because it's, that is kind of like fighting game mechanics and deep level of combos and everything. Or like it's literally a fighting game, but instead of fighting against other people, you slowly build up like a run. Like think arcade mode in Street Fighter, or arcade mode in in Marvel vs. Capcom, something, whatever. Fill in the gap. Except over time, you build up your character, but also the enemies are being built up at the same time. And you kind of, like you might get yourself items, you might get yourself things like that. And over time, that gets harder and everything. There is an end. Kind of like a roguelike version of a fighting game. Does it exist? Does it exist? If so, please tell me. Because I feel like I can't remember. I really loved Tekken. Oh hell. Tekken 7? No, it's on the PS3. Tekken 6? I would remember if I saw the cover. Let me see the cover. If I loved it, you'd think I would remember. Tekken. I think it was Tekken 6. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Tekken 6, not the newest one. I have not played the newest one. I platinumed it because I was really into that game. But I was into it because just like the story, the way that Tekken handles the story is kind of goofy and fun. The story mode of them is really interesting, and I like it a lot. And that's kind of, I don't know, like, I kind of, maybe that's why I fell out of fighting games, is because the stories weren't as good, and I didn't bother with Infinite's story. Which is funny because it has, like, it's one of the ones that has, it's probably the biggest story. But I just heard so many bad things. I got it, and I got Infinite. I played it for a bit. I got it for like $8. Like, that's never a good sign too, by the way. But for a full price game to get it for $8, unless it's a classic one like, okay, Uncharted Drake's Fortune, you can probably find that for $4. But that's different. That's because it's just it's just everywhere. But I don't know. Whoop. Fighting games, do they need stories? No. But they're fun. Tekken clearly had fun with it. Mortal Kombat always has fun with it. Oh, haven't played the newest one of that either. I don't know. I fell out of fighting games. Probably around the time I realized that they made me angry. I was gonna play. I was gonna get really into this new Street Fighter 5 when it came out, but I rented it and I was like, I went online. I just got really angry, and then I was like, I'm going to rent this before I figure out if I'm going to invest all my time into it or whatever. Rented it, got real angry, did not ever buy it. Never bought it. My biggest time that I was ever into fighting games, kind of putting out, let's delete all Super Smash Ultimate from it, because while it is technically a fighting game, it's also like, that's not what I'm talking about, because I still play that from time to time. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is probably the last one. Last one I really, really sunk myself into. I know we weren't playing efficient right there with picking up that heart, but that's okay. Whoop. We should ask or answer some Reto questions. We've kind of been answering our own Reto questions here. We've been pulling them out of our buttocks. But that being said, you know what? Like, one last topic on fighting games. Riot Games is apparently making a fighting game, and I'm very intrigued by what Riot would make for a fighting game, because one would think it would be incredibly accessible, or it would attempt to be. Like that big of a company, they're not like risk takers, So I feel like they're gonna make an accessible fighter in the world of League of Legends. No matter what you think about League of Legends, they do have a lot of interesting characters and an interesting world to build off of that I feel like they haven't deeply explored yet, and they can't deeply explore unless they have like another game in kind of the franchise or whatever. So we'll see. That could be really interesting. I'm interested to check it out. But let's answer a Discord question. Why don't we? Well, I do a stretch. Link in the description if you want to ask a question or just talk about anything I've talked about today, or talk about, you know, anything Gungeon related, whatever the hell you darn well please. But Meme Economist asks, why have you not uploaded the Retromation Extras channel in over a year? Well, okay, that depends. It's I don't even remember. Is Retromation Extras the one where I literally just uploaded a couple clips and that because that I feel like I probably am never gonna upload that one again, where I just like edited things from my videos down into like a tiny like bite-sized shareable thing. I don't think I'm ever gonna upload to that one again, unless at least I don't know. I shouldn't say never. I definitely shouldn't say never, because I've definitely thought, like I've talked about recently, doing things like highlights. But the thing is, I'd probably want to put those on the main channel, like you know, like a 10-minute digestible highlight version of a chunk of Gungeon episodes or something like that. You know, like best of whatever August Gungeon. You know, best of the month for August. Okay, we got some interesting choices here. The obvious one is probably Holy Grail. I'm gonna do it because then I get to, you know, what's the one thing I don't like about Raiden Coil? Ammo is not the greatest. That being said, we shouldn't really be using it for the boss either. Ammo ain't the greatest for it. We really not have anything better. This is kind of like a medium strong focused whatever kind of gun run. But back to the question. If I'm wrong and the Retromation Extra, by that you literally just mean Reto. I think it's just called what? Reto, or is it Retromation 2 or Reto? I can't quite remember. The one that's literally like my vlog and extra stuff. It's literally just because of time. Like at that time I wasn't Twitch streaming. At that time, Couch Couple was not live. And it's still not. Like, I'll tell you one thing. If anything is going to be coming back, like, that's not being used right now, my money would be looking on Couch Couple, because it's just so fun. I freaking love that channel. It's so good. So good. You got to admit that was a pretty slick move right there, right? Right? Gotta admit, pretty slick. So we do have the ability to steal now, which is good because we do have gilded bullets. Kind of forgot about it. But this is a very, very one run. We don't really need to steal reload stone, do we? We should definitely steal something, though. Reload stone takes longer to charge. Ah, let's do it. It gives you better reload speed, too. This gives you better reload speed, so we'll make it work. But, yeah, I'd say probably order of likelihood that side channels are coming back. And I've made so many, and that's the problem. Because I had Retromation 2, which I think I called Retromation 2, which was clips and extras, which is literally just like, yeah, boiled down, chopped up little thing. I probably uploaded like only 5 videos to it or something crazy like that. Just like basically nothing. And then I have Retromation. It was called Retromation Vlogs, but I think I just called it. I boiled it down to Reto, I think. I can't remember. And then I have Couch Couple. And then I also have Retromation League of Legends, which was a thing for just a little bit because I wanted to play League of Legends, but I just didn't want it on my main channel because I just didn't think anybody would want it there. I think the order of things coming back would probably be like top, because it's all but confirmed. I'm gonna be doing it again soon. Is Couch Couple. I'd say that'd be number 1, followed by Retromation Vlogs / Reto, whatever the hell, followed by Retromation Extras, followed by the League of Legends channel. I'd say like more likely than Retromation Extras or Retromation League of Legends is the fact that I would just start something new. I think I'd start something fresh before I did anything like that. Like some kind of, I don't know, like a channel for podcasts or video essays or something like that. I would say would be more likely. Maybe I would co-opt one of those ones, like Reformation 2. I'd co-opt for something like that, though. I don't know. Because that's definitely something I've always wanted. I've talked about it many times. Video essays related to games is something I'm very interested in. I have a lot of passion about listening to. I find it just very intriguing. Kind of, they're effectively like solo podcasts on a topic, I guess, right? But then I also have a lot of interest in eventually starting a podcast sometime soon here. Talking, just generally about games and games topics. Bringing on guests, stuff of that nature. Whoop, I think that could be a lot of fun. I'd say it'd be way more likely that I'd do one of those than either the other two bottom two things I listed there. Get Raiden. It actually does like an okay amount of okay amount of damage. Oh, did I get it? Okay, I got it. Does an okay amount of damage. It's like a stinky chamber gun. Get raided. But it's not, I don't know, I feel like they buffed it too. But that might just be because we have +1 bullets. I like it. And if I get out of ammo, you know what? I'll take a hit. I'll take a hit. We got all kinds of health here today. All freaking kinds of health. Get him, pup. It's one of those guns where you wouldn't think that I would want to have a run where it's focused around it, because it's like, okay, this is the run where we don't aim. But it's satisfying. It's satisfying to see the laser going around everywhere. It's all those guns that you get that you're like, I've never had a run where it's carried me. It's one of those guns for me. I've never had a run where it's carried me, and I would just want to see it. I just want to see it shine. Because, baby, it's a firework. But you can really use tables and everything effectively with it, since you don't need to have line of sight of the enemy. Ooh. 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 Got a lot of health. And there's that. I was just talking about you. You know what? Let's take the 5 curse just for no reason and carry it around. Holy Grail finished gun. I feel like it's the farewell to arms story, Yeah, this is not quite a great damage dealer. Hearts on hearts on. Oh, wait, what? Hearts on hearts on hearts. What do we got? The pulse cannon synergy? Yeah. It's not that great. I might even go as far as to say it's a little bad. I don't have the ability to steal, and I don't really feel like spending, aka wasting my money. Alright, well. Raiden Coil is definitely not a Dragon item. Let's answer another Discord question too in the middle of the dragon fight. Why not? Demonetization asks, whoop. What do you think a Gungeon Last Stand mod would? Do you think a Gungeon Last Stand mod would be fun? 1 room, multiple rounds, harder enemies, and better rewards the longer you last. Last stand, kind of like a survival mode, like a an endless challenge mode. Would I play it? Probably not much. Like, I would definitely try it every once in a while, but it would have to. The thing is, like, with endless, like a game I used to play like a lot on my channel had a mode called Endless. That game was called Ziggurat, a very good game, by the way. First-person shooter roguelike where you play as a wizard, kind of like Hexen meets roguelike, but that had an endless mode. And the thing is, if it's so easy that the runs go on for hours, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested at all in that case, Because, like, at that point, I lose interest in a run of a roguelike after about an hour. That's just how it goes. I like my roguelikes to be under an hour. Preferably, slap me with a 30-40 minute run that is super unique. You know? I don't want to buy the health. I would rather have the damage. Slap me with a 30-40 minute run that's really unique. You know, let me get things frequently enough where my run can really be unique and its own thing in 30 to 40 minutes. And then let it end. And then let me go on to the next run that's going to be 30-40 minutes and potentially super unique. Oh. Alright, I really do want to make this sucker work. Make it work, baby. It's going to be doing pretty good damage with all the money. You know, we could have gotten more money, obviously, but we should have sold a bunch of stuff on the 4th floor, I think is maybe the optimal way to have done things. But I was busy podcasting. Question of the day, by the way. Okay, I want to get hit by somebody who is not jammed. Alright, well, we'll set ourselves on fire instead. We'll do it twice. Hoop. I want to keep using this. Yeah, question of the day. Super, super late. So I know that you are if you're hearing this, who give me your answer? Because, oh, baby, you are the cream of the crop. Take your phone out from underneath your pillow that you're using my video to sleep. You know? Take it away from there for now. Pull it up just to answer this one question for me. If I were to do a podcast and I would talk about gaming topics, just like general topics in the gaming universe, I have no idea what like specifics. It can be industry related, but I'd say more like, I don't know, emotion related, just general topics, using games to talk about different other, like, I don't know. Just, it's super general. I have no idea what the podcast would be yet, so I guess I won't open it up, or I won't limit it that much. I'll keep it open. If you have any idea for a topic that you would want to see covered on a game podcast, what would it be? Tell me in the comments below, and maybe when I inevitably do start a podcast, because it's just gonna happen someday. I just feel it in my bones. What topic would you want me to talk about? What's something that you think that would be interesting to listen to for like an hour of conversation, or for a half hour of conversation just about one specific topic or whatever? What do you think? Let me hear it in the comment section below. My question for you for the day. I'll come back and, you know, if I ever start a podcast, I'll come back and pull from the comment section of this, so maybe you'll get a little shout out or something then when I do that. Oh. We'll see. But it's something that's been in my head. Like, you could go back to literally the episode that I started taking questions from the Discord. Hit me. The episode I started taking questions from the Discord is called Reto Starts a Podcast, or Reto Does a Podcast. It's one of those two. And it's because I was trying to fill the void of wanting to do a podcast. And it's kind of a fun way to make the series not only about Gungeon, because while Gungeon is fun, not every run is going to feel so wildly unique from each other. So you got to, but the things that I talk about, the things that I say can be wildly unique from each other while we're playing Enter the Gungeon. It makes it so that, there's a reason to have 100, 200, 300, 400 part series on the game that way, It's kind of like, we are playing Enter the Gungeon. It's a great time. I love the game. But it is it's the background. Sometimes it's the foreground, sometimes it's the background, but hopefully as time goes on and people stick around, I hope that you guys are here more and more for Gungeon as the background, and hopefully you're here for me as the foreground. That would be very exciting. Oh, these kind of don't work together very well upon reflection. I haven't even really tried to be using them very much. Oh. Come on, table. Make it work. Ring around the rosy. Talking about the poets. That took entirely way too long. That feels like a loop to me. Feels like a loop. kind of like we got the chamber gun on this floor, but it's just not as strong. I kind of like it. Because I like the giant room-wide AoE. But I don't know if I fully answered the question from demonetization, I guess. The answer is I would like it in the game, because, of course, I'll take anything in the game. But I would rather have just, like, more variety in the guns, items, and rooms than anything like that, or, like, dailies. If I were to come... If it were, I had to pick and choose or something. But I like the idea. It's a fun idea. I just don't like endless stuff usually. I'll typically avoid it. Especially if it's easy. If it was challenging enough where it was endless, but you would probably die in like 30 minutes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see it being good. I feel like most endless things aren't tackled well enough for my interest, for what I'm looking for, you know? They don't tackle it the way I would want it tackled. All right, I'm taking a lot of damage. Some of it was on purpose, and now some of it is not on purpose. That was entirely on purpose. No, not on purpose. Should probably drop the finished gun. I just had it to literally just make the run more challenging for me. Just to have it in my backpack, but not actually use it. But it's kind of taken away some of the fun of the Raiden Coil. You know what? Let's just drop it. Get out of here. You've had your time in the spotlight plenty. Just drop that 5 extra curse. Who needs it? Hup. Alright, alright, alright. There's the boss. Not really a Raiden Coil fight at all. Alright, we'll use something else. It's stupid. Stupid to use that for this far away. Hup. Ooh, that's pretty dang good damage. Dang good damage. Can stand right up here. We're completely safe for a smidgen. Nope. Alright. Even easier for the second phase here. Voice Quack asks, do you dunk your toast in tea? I don't really eat a lot of toast or drink a lot of tea, but if I did, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I don't know. No, wet, soggy bread just sounds so gross to me. Like, unless you're dipping it in, like, I don't know, olive oil or, like, I would say butter, but if you're putting so much butter on that you would classify your bread as soggy, you're putting too much butter on, and that would also gross me out. No. I can't, I don't know, I can't think about soggy bread. Ugh. I've never been a cookie dunker either. I've never dunked cookies in milk, really. I understand that more, I guess, because it's like, you would dunk a really dry cookie in there. Like, I get that. Excuse me! The bullets started on my face, so I didn't absorb them. That is frustrating, Mr. Man. Alright. Let's finish it out. We started it. Raiden Coil! Get out of here, baby! Get freaking out of here. Right between the eyes. Puts us on a whopping streak of 284. It's getting really close to that 300. 15 away. I'm probably going to say that every single episode until we're there, huh? But that is just true. So thank you for watching, and an extra special thank you to the Go Team Gungeon supporter on Patreon, Aonsu. If anybody else wants to get a shout out at the end of the video, pop on over to patreon.com/retromation. Get a shout out and support the channel. Support the darn dreams. Get all kinds of different rewards based off of the tier you're at. Go take a look at them to see which one you'd maybe be interested in. But that, you know, over. Plug over. Thank you for watching. Extra thank you to Aonsu. I really do appreciate that, though. Subscribe for daily Enter the Gungeon videos. Follow on twitch.tv/retromation to catch me streaming games, including this live. And join the Discord to ask questions that I will answer in the video like I did today. And to talk about Enter the Gungeon, talk to me, talk about whatever the darn Heck you please. Thank you, thank you. See you next time.